Welcome to Two Hypnotherapists Talking. We are two established hypnotherapists based on either side of the pond. I'm Martin in Preston, UK.
And I'm Denise in Delaware, USA. Whether you're curious, an avid fan, or a fellow practitioner, I'm sure you'll find something of interest in our weekly conversations with each other and our various guests.
While we both practice hypnosis, we are interested in other aspects of self-help and personal development. So please sing out if you have something to say or want clarification. Our contact details are in the show notes.
So, Martin, let's get on with this week's episode.
Okay, so let's get on with the show, Denise. And Denise, we're welcoming back Eugenia Andrews. Eugenia, lovely to see you.
Hi. I thought you were going to be in Greece. You stayed in Texas?
So actually, I go back and forth. Like I have spent 2 to 3 months there and the majority of the time here. But I'm hoping as of spring, somewhere May or June, to be able to move to Greece and work globally from I'm working globally right now. I'm working with like 5 countries in Europe, Australia, and Canada.
Right.
So semi-globally, not quite.
Yeah. So all those hypnotists watching the channel can see there's people who work internationally. How long did it take you to really establish your business, do you think?
Actually, believe it or not, my business took off in huge ways during the pandemic. Yeah. And I have been doing Skype since 2009 because I was working with clients in Greece and Greek clients who lived in the in the UK and Amsterdam or Holland, Germany. But then during the pandemic, it seemed like people started finding me. It was just a very amazing, incredible thing that I just couldn't believe it.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, and it has continued. That's the good news. It has taken different phases and stages. It has entered different stages, but it has continued in a very nice way. I'm very happy.
That's good. How many hours a week do you think you spend seeing patients? Because there's all these other things that you have to do as well to support them, but how much face-to-face time do you think you have?
I see about 10 to maybe 15 clients a week. I do not want to see more. I do some programs in Greece, in English and Greek, including one about abundance, manifesting, and finding success in your practice for hypnotherapists, counselors, and healers. I've been doing that in Greek right now.
But we'll make sure that we add that to the show notes so people can come and listen to you speaking Greek.
In English, yes. And so we have another friend of mine. We're partners in a life coaching and hypnosis school in Greece, in Athens. So I have that, and I do programs online for that. So I want to keep the individual clients to between 10 and 15.
Right, manageable.
Otherwise, I want to avoid burnout because I've done it in the past as a psychotherapist. And after I got my doctorate, I worked a lot in hospitals and, as a psychologist and psychotherapist. And I got burned out. That's why I moved completely into hypnotherapy and life and business coaching, and I have specialized now in mindset and abundance and manifesting. So, and I love this, and I want to keep it that way.
Oh, tell us more about this, Eugenia. It sounds fascinating. Tell us some more about it.
Abundance.
So, I always tuned into abundance, and it was Abraham Hicks, who actually lived in San Antonio with his wife. I had attended a training many years ago because I go back a long way. I started in the 80s. So, and early 80s, actually. And I thought, this is amazing, how you can manifest your desires and things that you like and you want and you need in your life and your dreams, basically. And so I started tapping into it. And I actually remember my first presentation. It was at a Rotary Club here in Texas. And it was in 2005 that I did a presentation on how to manifest your dreams and find your own abundance. And I'm thinking, wow, I started early. And so, but I kind of moved a little bit away from that idea for myself. I was putting it to work for other people and training people and talking with therapists in my private practice and hypnotherapists as well, but also with my clients about it and how to visualize and how to turn those negative beliefs, those limiting beliefs, to delete them and download a new program of positive beliefs. But I was not putting it to work myself as I should have. But during the pandemic, something kicked in. It's just amazing. When the right time comes for people, the right things take place. And then I realized that I'm already into abundance and I can do this forever as long as I have my health, which also, goes into abundance, because if you believe that you are going to have good health and you take care of your health, of course, and I do, so then you have abundance in that also. Abundance covers a lot of things. It covers health, it covers relationships, love, it covers
Or one could say all
friendships.
of those things also come under health because it's happening in
And
this
money.
physical world.
Exactly. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. Or you can have all the money in the world, but if you're not healthy, you can't spend it and you can't make it work for you and give you joy. So yeah, and that's when I started finally really integrating that into my soul and my heart, and have been working with that. And I believe that the reason that my business, my hypnotherapy and coaching business has really taken off, and there's a lot of room for more taking off. I'm not gonna say that
Right,
I
but
have
you
done
can take
anything
it. You can
possible.
take it the way you want to. I think it's wonderful that you're able to take your business to Greece. Also, any listeners who've been thinking, oh yeah, but I get people who say to me, oh, but there are no hypnotists in my language, and it takes me about a half an hour to track one down. It's really around the world.
Exactly. And there is a big kind of trend, or it's beyond trend actually. It's a movement in Europe and especially in Greece. The other day, Bruce Limpton was in Greece. Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that amazing? Bruce
Yeah.
Limpton, and I see pictures of my colleague and other people, and I say, what's happening? Bruce Limpton is in Athens? They said, yes. And pictures with him. So it's amazing. And they do brain spotting, a new kind of therapy for trauma, which I'm training myself right now. And it just has been an interesting, there's a big movement. People want to find healing, they want to find joy, they want to discover their truth.
Don't forget, Eugenia, the word hypnosis comes from Greek. Hypnos.
That's right. Hypnosis. Yeah, hypnos means sleep, actually. Yeah. And we say hypnosis. Here we say hypnosis. In Greek, it's hypnosis. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a wonderful journey. And now I decided about a few months ago to put it to work also with therapists, hypnotherapists, and healers. I'm tapping into, and I go through LinkedIn for that, to women who want to manifest a life-work balance, women over 50 who want to manifest a life-work balance and to do things without anxiety. I think that's what is really important. Success doesn't mean anything in my book if I'm anxious trying to get it.
Or just waiting for somebody to snatch it away from you. Yeah.
That's right.
Now,
exactly.
when you make this wonderful move to sunny Greece, are you are you going to be fixed in a particular town, or are you going to be moving around? You haven't been home for a while.
Yes, so the time zones are a bit tricky So, I mean, like now you had changed of your time change, but we didn't here in Texas, but it changed in Europe. We will this weekend.
Yeah,
So
it poses an issue
that
for Martin and I figuring out what hour it is. Yeah.
that's right, because you're in the US, Denise. That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is a bit tricky with my American clients, but they are willing, and they have been willing when I was there to see me like maybe in the morning after they do their workout and before they go to work, or to see me during lunch. So, and in Greece, it's 8 hours with Texas, but 7 hours with New York. And I do have clients from Vermont and New York as well. But also, the sky is the limit. There are many thousands, millions of people in Europe and other places. And, with my Australian clients from Melbourne, there are a lot of Greeks in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's not a big issue. We have 15 hours difference here, but it would be a little different in Greece. But I'm not planning to do, to stay up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and see American clients.
Yeah, it's a global village, Eugenia. A global village.
Yes,
it is.
Yes.
And because a hideous way for us to learn, but because of the pandemic, people became so used to meeting with their doctors and their therapists and just about everybody in their lives through this little camera.
Exactly.
It is so useful.
Yeah. I have grandparents who FaceTime their grandchildren every day from Greece to the US and Canada. So, yes, and talking about abundance, I kind of came up with 6 steps, and a lot of people may already have tapped into them in one way or another. But those for me work, and they work for my clients and for my colleagues that I work with. Here in the office, for example, there are several therapists, and I share this office with another therapist. Initially, they started referring me for a piece of doing some work of transformation for like 4 to 6 sessions. Their clients, and they have seen such incredible results that they now have become my clients. One of them, we go back 20 years ago. We worked at a hospital together. So, and one thing that I found, first of all, is to tap into your self-awareness, to kind of know who you are, begin to explore your values, discover your principles, what is important for you, what the significance means to you, because we talk about importance a lot, but we don't talk about significance. And I have come to realize that significance is a more pointed kind of word. It has more depth to it, because everybody wants to be significant, I think, but not everybody wants to be important.
Yeah, you can be significant to several people without being necessarily important. Is there a specific aspect of your work that you would like to showcase right now? Because we do have limited time, but we've got probably another half hour.
So what I do is I'm going to go through those 6 steps, if you allow me. So the first is tapping into your self-awareness. And the second is that you want to let go of limiting beliefs and kind of delete those and download the beliefs that really
you want to have.
The limiting beliefs that they come from our parents about money, about success, from teachers, even from the church for that matter, and other relatives. And the third is to set a clear vision, to really clarify within yourself what is that you want to accomplish in your life, and what are 3 things that are important to you. And I take the coaching wheel, of course. I take health, wealth, relationships. And when we talk about wealth, we mean prosperity as well. And because prosperity means it's a mindset. And that's what exactly I specialize in, helping people to shift their mindset from negative, from I can to I can. So from negative to positive. So setting a clear vision with achievable goals and specific goals. When I say achievable, sometimes in coaching, I see someone who says, I want to make $1 million this year. Well, if they're making 50 right now,
Yeah.
or even 60, $1 million is not going to come in a year unless
Right.
they win the lottery. So I tell them, what would be something closer between the million and
Double what you're
six
making
figures?
now and double what you're making. Yes.
So we talk about 100,000. That's a lot more doable. And so then the other thing, the third step is visualize your success. You have to be really diligent about taking time every day, ideally, 15 minutes. It doesn't need to be much and long to visualize what is that you want. Let's say you want a house by the lake. That's a big thing here in Texas. Or you want to travel. So you imagine the country you want to be, the city you want to be. Imagine what you are eating, what you are doing, people that you are meeting,
Make it
and
real
then
to you.
feel the feelings. Associate that concept in your visualization with the feeling that you feel that moment, the joy, the enthusiasm, and the gratitude about having this experience. And I'm getting goosebumps as I'm telling you that because I have done that. So isn't that amazing how
Is that how you managed to
just,
move back to Greece to organize
that's
that?
right. Exactly. And the other, which I always thought that it would be impossible because, in our minds, we say, who leaves America to go
Yeah.
back to Greece, So, but yet, it's possible. And while Greece has a lot of imperfections, the lifestyle, I can't beat it.
Yeah.
So people put people first before work and money. And that is a great thing that I have learned. And I'm practicing. So the other thing that I want to mention, that was the fourth step. The fifth step is you want to do your positive affirmations. And I do have some positive affirmations I use. For example, one is I have an abundant mindset. I achieve whatever I set my mind to. I believe in myself because I think everything comes from self-belief
Absolutely.
or self-doubt. Success comes from self-belief, and happiness and lack of it comes from self-doubt. And the sixth step is to constantly be aware and challenge our limiting beliefs, but also be aware of our mindset. Be willing to have an open mindset, not to be closed, be willing to be curious. Curiosity to me is a big plus to practice in our lives. Be willing to be curious, and it has gotten me that far now. So, and be willing to be open to other people's ideas. And even though you may disagree, you never know, if you listen a bit more closely,
Some
what
aspect of it.
kicking inside you. Exactly. So another wonderful affirmation that has helped me is I have everything I need to be successful or to be healthy or to be happy.
There's
So
that surrounding yourself with the similar-minded people. Yeah.
Exactly. Most of all in manifesting, what's helpful to do is have your dream, have these 6 steps in mind, do your affirmations every day. At the same time, do it without anxiety and stress. And the word here, the key word is surrender. To surrender. Surrender to the universe, to God, surrender to results.
Yes.
Don't try to engineer it.
Exactly. Don't worry about how it's showing
direction.
up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
Eugenia, so
Yes.
is this a part of a group program thing you do, or is this you're seeing individual coaching clients for this process?
I have developed a program now. So it's a 3-month program, and it can go to 6 months or a year. And what hypnosis, I do employ hypnosis. I do use hypnosis, of course, because hypnosis is a marvelous tool. It rewires that subconscious mind and helps us, empowers us to let go of the limiting beliefs.
Do you have set
So
start times for this 3-month course, or is it rolling admission?
it involves some individual coaching and also group coaching
Mm-hmm.
and email support.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Does it start at a specific time in the year, or is it rolling admission?
Oh, I'm sorry, Denise, I realize it really doesn't actually, because the coaching calls, they can continue, and then I have them in my library, so people can go and listen to them and watch them. But and there is also there are 2 individual sessions a month, and then the coaching calls are weekly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the email or text. Sometimes I do text support as well, but I do email support, and that it depends which program you have and that kind of thing. I keep it simple because, for everybody's sake, for my sake, for my client's sake, for colleagues' sake. So it's important to keep things simple and not overcomplicate things. So and you're doing a great job, both of you, and I admire a lot what you've been
We're
doing.
having fun. That's the point.
2
We're having
years
fun.
now you're doing the podcast.
This is our 3rd year. Yes, just started.
My goodness, it's amazing. I have not gotten brave enough to do my podcast. Perhaps in the near future, though. I've been taking tips from you guys.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, it really is surprising how easy it is, just technically, to produce a podcast. There's so much help online these days.
It is easy when you do it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's 12 o'clock. Get on the camera.
Yes.
It also helps to have a partner. It is. I have a solo one as well that I do with doctors. I interview doctors. I find that much harder work. Not when I'm actually in the process, but just the finding somebody in the sort of. I haven't got anybody to rev myself up with. Whereas Martin and I are going, it's about time to do another episode. Do you have anybody answering it?
Well, you got to refine and improve. Yeah, we sat down and had a good head-to-head and said, let's get a few in the can first, because life happens. We get unexpected events, don't we? Or our guests do.
Yes.
And we're getting into the busy social season.
You are over the Atlantic and Denise is over this way. And I was in Vermont 2 weeks ago and I had a ball. And
beautiful state
with the foliage, but I certainly miss the UK. I would love to visit again and stay there for a while, like rent an Airbnb and stay for a month.
Oh, you talking about Greece? I want to go to Greece now. I love it over there. I've been to the islands, Samos, Corfu, Zante, nice. Rhodes. And everywhere you go, everybody has the same attitude. No problem, no problem, no problem. Very relaxed. Everybody's just
That's right.
chilled.
Yes.
Chilled.
Things get done, even though they may happen slowly.
Yeah.
And one thing about manifesting and abundance, I must tell you what I discovered, because I was the world's biggest procrastinator, and I still come into small bouts with it, and then I finally wake up myself. Is decision or desire means nothing if you don't take action.
Yeah.
So in abundance is vision, plan, vision, desire, plan, action.
Right. Okay. That's exactly why I explained to my clients, I can't give you a guarantee because I can't control what you are doing. And it's a very, yes, most of the hypnosis is on the hypnotist, but they have to be playing the same game.
If someone sees me for procrastination, there's a line I always sneak in there, and that is, even people who hesitate never hesitate to hesitate.
Oh, I love that. Please text it to me. I don't want to forget. That would be wonderful if you can text it. I love it. Yes, it's similar to you don't know what you don't know, what you don't know, that you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, procrastination, I think, is the killer of success in every area of our lives. And because I've lived it, and I have definitely lived it a lot, I can see the missed opportunities that I experienced. And so now I go ahead, like when Martin says, would you come to the podcast? Yes, right now. I can talk about it. He says, what would you like to talk? This one. And I even texted to him on Messenger on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because if I put it later to make it perfect, it might never happen.
Perfection is definitely the enemy.
Have you found, Eugenia, with this coaching for hypnotherapists, have you found you've been helping people who have imposter syndrome?
Yes, and also the being imperfect, taking imperfect action. It doesn't matter if you are perfect or not. What it matters is that you got to take action, let it be imperfect, and let it be now. Do not put it off until it's ready. I have been reading an article lately, and the title is "You're Never Ready."
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I think there might be a book about that. Do it. You're never ready. And in fact, I listened to a TEDx the other day that says, do the thing. Do that thing.
Yes. Yes. Although I do think that part of the problem we have as well is we tend to overschedule ourselves. We need to set limits on, it's not really limiting, it's just there's only 24 hours in the day. You can't use 23 of them on building your hypnosis business. You have to have time to sleep. You have to have time to prepare healthy foods. You have to have time just to enjoy people. And
totally, Denise, and I go to the gym 5 days a week, and I couldn't do without it because it gives me the strength and it reinforces my own inner desire to be the best version of myself. Exactly. And that's what I think, that's my purpose in life, to make an impact on other people's lives and to be the best by being also the best version of myself. And I do meal prep, and not a lot. Usually on Sunday afternoon I do my meal prep for the week. And one thing for sure is you can't have success and abundance if you don't create some kind of structure and a plan for yourself. Yes. You have to have that. And not to expect things to happen by themselves. They won't happen.
No.
You have to make them happen.
But you have to be prepared to accept whatever gifts come your way.
Exactly.
Whether it's time, a 16th client, whatever it is, you have to be able to be flexible. And unless you've rested, you can't be flexible.
And and 15 is a lot. I said, that's my ultimate, because I also read, I do research. I explore my own curiosity and learning. I read other people's books, articles. I look at other people's work.
Exactly.
And right now I'm doing a research project with my colleague in Greece about abundance and money in Greece, because it has been an off-the-table subject. Greek people don't talk about money. It's considered a no-no.
It wasn't very long ago. It was causing a real big problem in the Euro bloc.
Yes, but you never, when you meet somebody here, you might even ask, where do you work? And the money comes up, the money discussion.
No,
in Europe, it has been a no-no. It's not a good manners, but now we're breaking that ceiling now. We're finally breaking that ceiling and talking about abundance and about prosperity.
We need to redefine what that doesn't mean having a big house, paying lots of taxes.
Exactly. Yes. Money is empowering, and money is freedom. Abundance is freedom. Prosperity is freedom. It's freedom to do the things you want to do, but also to help other people with an open heart, without thinking, can I afford this?
Yeah.
Before I gift my parent that, like I was able to help my elderly parents, for example, and my mother. So, it does give you freedom. It's not the money itself.
It's a tool.
It's what it does for us. It's a tool, exactly. Yes.
Fantastic. So, Eugenia, can you believe it? We've filled up the episode. Have you got any words for our viewers and listeners? I know. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers and listeners before we wrap it up?
Well, for anybody who is listening and who might be interested in learning more about my mindset abundance program, I would like to say that I will offer 15% off.
Oh, wow.
And
Very nice. Thank you.
15% off. And also, we're building a new website right now, but you can get some idea from the website that's on, which is drandrewswellness.com. They can also find me on Facebook as Eugenia Andrews, PhD. And I'm on LinkedIn.
We know how to find you, so we'll have that there.
But
the program
That's
and
right.
to offer a discount, that's wonderful.
That's very kind of you. We'll put that in the show notes.
Is there a code you want attached to that?
A word.
Yeah.
So the word is do it abundance. How is that?
Okay.
Abundance, yeah. Okay. Eugenia, thank you so much for coming on. It's been great to see you again.
I appreciate the invitation. I'm very honored that you invited me. Thank you so much. It was fun.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed listening. Please remember, this podcast is designed to give you an insight into therapeutic hypnosis and is for educational purposes only. So remember, consult with your own healthcare professional if you think something you've heard may apply to you or a loved one.
Feel free to contact either of us through the links in the show notes. Join us again next week.